Hi learners, it's so good to see you again. Here we are back for another episode of the writing process. Today we are going to be talking about something that's very important. Sometimes when we write and we are drafting and we get everything out on the page and there's so much and we take every idea that we have in our head and we put it on the paper and sometimes it doesn't all fit. So today we're going to be talking about a very important revising strategy, and that is taking out pieces that you've written, taking out parts of your writing that just really maybe don't help your story. You may have heard a common phrase before, and that is, more is not always better. Another way you might have heard this is the saying, too much of a good thing. We can think about those phrases in relation to our writing. Sometimes more words, more sentences, it's not always the best thing to do. Sometimes having too many words actually takes away from your writing and it makes it less important. As authors, our job is to find the best, most important, most meaningful words. And so sometimes when you're revising, you want to go through and take out words that don't really make sense or don't help the story. So I'm going to show you how I do that. Let's take a look at this piece of writing that I've created. Here you can see my writing. I'm going to read it out and I want you to listen for something that maybe just doesn't make sense or doesn't fit. The moon was full. The eerie feeling of someone following me was something I couldn't shake. It was 2 weeks before my birthday and I wanted a new notebook. I walked faster and faster, picking up my feet to an almost jog pace. What are you doing? I asked myself. Don't be crazy. There's no one behind you. I tried to calm myself down, but it was no use. The moonlight was casting dancing shadows, and my mind was racing. Faster, Annabelle, faster! You can make it home if you just... And it was at that moment when my ears almost exploded with the loudest crack I ever heard. Don't turn around. Don't do it. So I'm wondering if you noticed as I read maybe a detail or a piece of information that just didn't really help the story. The moon was full. The eerie feeling of someone following me was something I couldn't shake. It was 2 weeks before my birthday and I wanted a new notebook. Well, you might notice that this part right here, this part about my birthday and the new notebook, probably not the most important part. So one thing you could do is put some X's to mark that, like, from this part to this part I'm going to take out. You could also just simply with one pen draw a single line. This is going to show revising, right? So if we take out that sentence, it's going to make this story more meaningful. Let's try it again. The moon was full. The eerie feeling of someone following me was something I couldn't shake. I walked faster and faster, picking up my feet to an almost jog pace. What are you doing? I asked myself. Don't be crazy. There's no one behind you. I tried to calm myself down, but it was no use. The moonlight was casting dancing shadows, and my mind was racing. Faster, Annabelle, faster! You can make it home if you just... And it was at that moment when my ears almost exploded with the loudest crack I'd ever heard. Don't turn around. Don't do it. I don't know about how you heard that story or what you noticed, but I'm feeling like taking out that detail about the birthday and the birthday present made that story a lot spookier, right? The intent of that story was to be kind of creepy and scary. I was inspired to write that by Archer and Atlas. They are very much into scary stories right now. But adding in that detail about the birthday, it just wasn't helpful to the message of my story. So today, as you go off to do some independent work, you are revising, you are trying to fix up your draft to make it better and improve it so that it's ready to publish, you'll want to read through it and check, do I need all of these words? Sometimes you might take out a word that doesn't really fit or make sense. Sometimes you might take out a sentence. But sometimes you might take out a whole paragraph or a whole section if you realize this doesn't really help my piece of writing. It takes away from my message. It's not supporting the thing I'm trying to do here. So give that a try. If you need some help or if you have some questions, feel free to contact me. I can't wait to see your revisions. Have a great day writing. Bye.